Hi, editor Catherine here. So I just want to apologize for my lack of energy. I had just pulled an all-nighter, and also I was not feeling well. I was in a lot of pain because of my Achilles tendon, and I was on steroids that made me pull the all-nighter because it wires you up. I thought I was very energetic, but I think because it was 6 a.m., I was subconsciously aware that people are probably not awake. And just had like lower energy, but I don't want you to think that that means that I'm not excited for this milestone. I really, really am. I just was not feeling well, but I want to get this video out. Okay, thank you, bye. Hello, hi, and welcome to my channel or back to my channel. I have a very exciting video to show you today. It is because when I launched my 200 subscriber thank you video, I gained 99 subscribers in one day, that day that it launched. That's insane. That's crazy. So I blew past the 250 subscriber milestone and the 300 subscriber milestone. So I have currently, as of filming, I have 324 subscribers, and I am going to celebrate all 324 of you. I'm not just going to do like a 300 subscriber milestone. I will celebrate every single one of you that's here as I'm filming right now. If you joined after and before the video launches, don't worry. I see you. I celebrate you. I'm just filming right now. So this video has two sneak peeks. One is that you may notice we're on this pristine white surface, and that is because I have a brand new writing desk. So I literally was on a trip when that 200 subscriber video launched, and I came back and this desk had just been delivered right before I went on the trip, and it was in this office space in 3 separate boxes. So the other sneak peek is that actually, technically, I was in this journal once I hit that subscriber milestone marker, but I yapped a little bit too much. You might recognize this if you saw my community post. This is the journal that I was using. This was, or is, 156. I named it Hoa 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 Season based off of the Twilight. That's why I had to put the Twilight sticker. It takes discipline, routine, education, action, and mentality to follow your dreams and turn your dreams into reality. So I picked that. Journal guardian was Charles, and this one lasted 20 days, and I wrote 19. And I hopped into this one. If you recognize it, if you've been around on my channel for a while and definitely have seen kind of the journal lineups, you would know that this journal has been on the lineup for 2 years in a row. But this journal has been in my collection for well over 10 years. So this one has wrapping paper that I took over it. The video for me right now, it is technically November 23rd. It's 6 a.m. I pulled an all-nighter accidentally. I'm on these steroids to help with my Achilles tendon injury, and it makes it to where I can't sleep. But I just have 6 days on the steroids, and they get less and less, so hopefully I'll be able to find a sleeping schedule. But I moved into this journal. This one was pre-decorated, like I said, 10 years ago, or over 10 years ago, actually. I would guess around maybe 11 to 12 years. And so I didn't have kind of how I did my journal setups like I do now. So you're going to see a lot of inconsistencies. But I tried to kind of come here. You can barely see this light blue with this harsh light. But journal 157, Cool Blue Jeans, Surround Yourself with People Who Respect and Treat You Well by Claudia Black. And it's guarded by this Blastoise, which I think was the very first Blastoise that I used in Pokemon Leaf Green, which was my very first game of the Kanto region. Another thing that I kind of think about whenever I look at this journal is that I'm glad that they don't have emotions, because I can't imagine what it would feel like to be passed up 156 times and for well over like 10 years, maybe 11 years, maybe 12 years, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 13 years, but that I think would be pushing it a bit. And they'd also be put on an active like roster list for 2 years and then still be passed up. I'm just glad that they don't have emotions, because I would be devastated. Anyway, I think it's really cute. Tried to paint my nails to match. I painted my nails just for you guys. I'm going to open it up to here. I've written in this much so far, and it, just like the Pokemon journal that is of its ilk, that just launched for me, which it would have launched on November 22nd. So 2025, if you're from the future. If you're from the future, hello, hi, and welcome. Thanks for being here. So in the Pokemon journal, I had Pokemon drawn here, and this one I just printed out the Mutt comics and then put them on the side. And then also in the back. So, like I said, multiple pages had to be used just for me to keep my normal standard thing. What I did was I took one of your suggestions. Editor Catherine will put it here. I'm so sorry I did not look you up right before filming this. This was very impromptu. I was like, if I don't do it right now, I'll probably delay it for another 2 or 3 days. So, but they suggested that I put all the subscribers in one page, and I really liked that. And I think we're still at a number where I could do that. If we got like a little bit higher, I think it would be a little bit more difficult. I did the math, so I did just like how many facial expressions could I fit in one line, found out it was 16, and then found out I needed 20 full lines of 16 facial expressions with 4 facial expressions left over. So that's just what this pencil marking is. I also like that it's happening in this journal because it forces me to put it in one page. I don't have another page to go to. Like if I did it in this journal, I would have, you know, that like backup page, so I could be like, oh, I tried to put it in 2 pages. No, this one, like literally something else is on that page. And so it would be broken up by like a random comic, and I think that would be a little bit weird. So I really like that it was this journal. I was actually kind of bummed when I ended up finishing this journal before doing this video, mainly because I was putting my desk together and I didn't really have an area to film you. I'm so sorry. But I'm very happy now. So without further ado, let's get into it. So allow me to set the scene. Way back in September 26th, I hit 200 subscribers. So I plan and prepare and film that video. I honestly didn't expect anything out of it, because like I said, the last few pages I felt like were not aesthetic at all. Not the vibes I was going for. I just got in the zone and was putting stickers down. And between me and you, I kind of actually thought about redoing it entirely and refilming it and redoing the stickers. I mean, like, there was no way that I was going to be able to get those stickers back up without, like, absolutely destroying the pages of that journal. But I thought maybe I could just start all over and be like, yeah, this was take 1. So I filmed the video, and then it gets put on editor Catherine's desk. And I don't remember how long it took. Typically for like milestones, I try and do it really quickly. But then it gets scheduled, and so it doesn't come out until early November. And now I am on a planned road trip with a couple of friends to Washington, and I'm actually on the way back. Now, this trip was very physically demanding, and I said in a previous video that I injured my Achilles tendon and I'm in a boot right now. But you know, before I knew that, we had planned the trip. And I'm not gonna let my injuries slow me down, but I was paying for it. I was in some kind of pain. And by some kind of pain, I mean a lot of it. Did I go see the Seattle gum wall? Yes. Did I know it was on a slope? Absolutely not. Was it worth it? Also, yes. Did I think it was worth it in that moment when I was about in tears? It was questionable in that moment. So we are starting day one of the 2-day trek back on this road trip, and I am watching the comments of my newly launched video because I want to try and answer you guys in a timely fashion. We were going through a lot of mountains in Washington and Wyoming and all those other states that we were going through, like Montana and Oregon and Idaho. So it was kind of hit and miss whenever I had internet and cell service, but I was trying to answer comments whenever I could. And oh my goodness gracious, every time I logged into my YouTube studio, there was just more and more and more of you. And I got some of the sweetest compliments ever. Like someone was like, You just popped up on my For You page or my recommended page, and I like your vibes, so here I am." And that is what? That's so cool. I passed the recommended page vibe check? What? And to be fair, that video I feel like was just kind of me in an unhinged state. I really was just like letting my full excitement show. I thought, man, I hope that I don't lose subscribers after I show this. And not only did you guys like show up in droves because apparently you called like everyone that you knew and all their pets to show up and also subscribe to me, because I gained 99 subscribers in one day, which is crazy. I think in another video I said that I blew up, and like I did not even blow up, I think halfway to like this blowing up, which is insane because I was so stoked about that one. I was on the floor, flat on my back, maybe had a heart attack on the floor, shocked. Because not only did I surpass 250, I surpassed the 300 mark. I, in that video, said that it was really cool that in 2025 I hit 100, 150, and then at that time 200 subscribers all within the same year. And now I've hit 100, 150, 200, 250, and now 300 subscribers all within 1 year. I relaunched my channel. I didn't know what to expect when it came to like subscriber counts or anything. I really just relaunched it hoping that some people would show up. And can we just like take a second to realize that if we all met in person, it would take like a college auditorium to hold us? That's insane. And it really just touches my heart that 324 currently, as I'm recording this recording, strangers on the internet and some people that I actually know in real life are here for my crazy shenanigans. And me yapping about writing and journaling and then some random other things that I throw in every now and then. And you guys have been so nice. I see like a lot of content creators on all different platforms about like, oh, I have the best community and things like that. But like, you guys have proven that it's me. I have the best community here on the internet. And it just amazes me to see how nice and encouraging and polite the comment sections are. That was something that I was really hesitant about when I was launching the channel back in 2019. I'm not going to make you watch those older videos, but I think in one of those older videos, I did mention that I actually created the channel in 2014 with the expectation that I was actually going to put like, Pokemon playthroughs on it. I watched Leroy Jenkins and I was very, very inspired. And I just wanted to like do whatever else I wanted to do. But I was always hesitant because I didn't have any support in my life at that time. And in 2019, I bit the bullet and I was like, I'm going to take control of some of my dreams and make some dreams come true. And I'm going to launch this YouTube channel. And I launched it with the bullet journals on a budget because I was a really broke college student and I didn't think that anyone cared about journaling. I did not know about journaling YouTube at the time. So I didn't think that anyone would care about my journaling and that it was like too personal to share, and I didn't even know what to talk about, even though I would yap for hours to anyone who would listen about my journals. I just thought that the general public wouldn't care. And when I relaunched it, I had found journaling YouTube and the journaling community here, and then also the journaling community on other platforms as well. And I was like, whoa, I want to also share about my journals, and I want to see what people say and think. And I told myself that, like, if the hate, the internet hate got too strong, I could always just private the whole channel. And then if I really wanted to, just keep making videos for me and, like, you know, send private links out to anyone who is curious. I never expected to have people literally comment and message me and tell me how inspiring I am. I never expected inspiring to be listed under characteristics of myself. I'm just every day so grateful and just blown away. Like, I'm having to pinch myself because am I dreaming about just how kind, supportive everyone is here? It's amazing. When I was giving my unused journal tours and then my used journal tours, I was a little bit worried that people would kind of say that, like, I had too much. And no one here on YouTube said that. People on TikTok did, but that's okay. They were nice about it. The video that I showed my shelves on, and they were like, "You have way too many journals." And then they were like, they were giving me kind of like over consumerism tips, which was so sweet and well intentioned, but like also kind of funny. But this is about YouTube, not TikTok. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned how when I was gaining 99 subscribers in one day, I got comments telling me like, "Hey, you showed up on my recommended page and I liked your vibe, so here I am." I passed the vibe check on the recommended page. My videos without a thumbnail. I keep telling myself I'm gonna do it and I never do it. I keep telling myself every subscriber mile mark, now I have to do thumbnails, and I just don't do it. Part of it is because I did edit all the videos until like I think January 17th right now. But my non-thumbnailed videos popped up on someone's recommended page. And then someone said, "That's interesting enough for me to click it." And then they also said and thought to themselves, "I like this person. They have cool vibes." And then comment it and let me know. And now I know that I'm apparently cool enough to pass the vibe check. And that is, I am on my back on the floor, had a heart attack, dead. It's so amazing. I'm shocked. So, to each and every single one of you, thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me, and I'm just so happy and honored and grateful that you all are here. And not a day goes by that I am not just amazed that over 300 strangers on the internet are supporting me. And also just here to listen to my shenanigans and then give really cool feedback, especially when I asked, like, "Hey, do you guys have any more ideas on how I can celebrate my subscribers?" And I got like well over 6, I think within like 2 hours, or at least like in the 2 hours that I had cell service because we were driving through the mountains at that point. So thank you from the bottom of my heart and the top of my heart, from the whole of my heart. Thank you so, so much for being here and for being so nice and for being so kind and showing your and sharing your ideas with me and just chatting with me in the comments. I love chatting about journals. I mean, like, that's what the whole page currently is about. And then I will soon release, soon is very relative. I will put that disclaimer out there. Release writing videos. They're in the works. I'm making them. They just take way longer to make because creative writing particularly just takes longer than yapping on paper about how my day's going and what I'm thinking about and the crazy shenanigans I'm up to. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so, 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 so much for being here, for subscribing, for joining the journey. And remember to always find a reason to write. I'm gonna have to look this up, but do we have a whole legion in the writing army now? I need to see this. And we're done. Oh my gosh. So this was a lot of fun. I used to kind of do something like this middle schoolish, elementary, where I would just like draw like a lot of stick people doing something and all having like different facial reactions and all like different comments. The one that I remember is like roller coasters or mountains. Like one would be like running from a boulder in a mountain, and then like the other one you realize like caused the boulder to like fall because they I don't know, had like a pickaxe and stuff like that. So drawing all these like different faces really reminded me of that. So I'll try and give you as close as I can. So I started off with basically just like different facial expressions, different smiley faces and things like that. And then I moved into kind of like cats because I figured that like someone's cat is also watching my YouTube. And then went like did some Minecraft sheep faces, and then since I was on games, this is a reference to my favorite Halo meme, and then Master Chief's helmet, the Mark One helmet, and then I did the Clone Commando helmet, and then just an X, and then a Mandalorian helmet. More cats, more different facial expressions. And then it just kind of became into like an exercise of like, how many facial expressions can I do? And because at first I was just going to like draw you guys all being happy, and then I was like, that's going to be really boring. And I wanted it to be very interesting. I drew a Cyclops. Actually, it looks like I drew a couple of Cyclops in there. Did like different, there's some ninjas in here. Person with sunglasses, people with glasses, person with a cap, person that's turned away by accident. You know, there's always one person that blinks during the picture. Drew more clones, another Halo bunny, and then I kind of went into like some animals. Unfortunately or fortunately, like as soon as I was like, oh yeah, I can draw blushing, like I just did all the blushing all at once. I didn't skip around. I mean, you saw me skip around in the while drawing this in the hyperlapse. Mainly because my hand was cramping. So if I would switch up, it was to kind of help my hand out. Let's see, did some ninjas, did this kind of just like cat eye pupil thing. Did some more animals. Oh, I did like some upside down vampires and like faces. Let's see, did more animals. So a pig, a sheep, this is a rabbit, a duck, an owl, another duck. Oh no, this is a bird, a cow. Tried to do Spider-Man, people with some hair, mice, a vampire mouse, people who are reading, because, you know, like some people might be just listening to my videos, but also doing something else. Did more monsters slash vampires, did Ash Ketchum right here without his hat. Let's see, did people with mustaches, people with hats, just kind of, oh, more people with glasses, another clone, people with beards, that's supposed to be a sideburn. I don't think it came out well. People with eye patches. And just kind of like going on from there. I did a Katniss Everdeen, the little braid, just because I was like, well, I made like a Pokemon reference, I made a Halo reference, I made Star Wars, Hunger Games, and then also cats, you know. And then as I was doing the hyperlapse, I got this idea that I was like, oh, what if I drew myself looking at everyone and like realizing like, oh my gosh, there's like a lot of people here. And so, because I said that this was kind of like, you guys can fill an auditorium now. And so I was like, what if I'm like at the auditorium talking like I do in my videos and all you guys are sitting there? And so I did me doing a journal flip through. So that's a journal that's still sleeping on my desk because that's what she always is whenever I'm doing this. That's the tripod, and that's my phone because I film on my phone. I think that this was just a really cool exercise, so thank you. And so sorry if I'm going to mispronounce your name, but Rin Writing 1982 for suggesting this. They said just little smiley faces to fill up a page, and like I said, this is the perfect journal to do that in. Don't worry to anyone else who suggested things to do for other milestones. I will do them. I wrote down and screenshot all your suggestions, and I'm very excited to do all of these. Hopefully in my little sea of faces that I drew, you can find one that you're like, yep, that's me. I think that would be like just really cool. And then also it's going to be really cool to just like look back on. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being here on this journey. It just is amazing. And to think that, like, looking at all of these is like the 324 of you that are here as of right now of me filming this is insane. It means so much to me. I hope that I continue to be worthy of you sticking around and following my chaos and my journey. Remember to always find a reason to write and an excuse to write. Bye-bye.